You twisted like a pretzel, baby. Now go on and get down. Keep on.
What's happening, good folks? Welcome to another episode of Who's to Blame podcast. This is episode 477. We're getting close to 500, really, really close, and it feels good. Feels good. We are presented to you by title sponsor St. Louis Organics. They are located at 8088 Watson Road. High fives in the building for the folks that are watching the live stream on our Facebook page, Who's to Blame, Twitter at W2B Dre Montez, YouTube Dre Montez. You can catch the live stream of the show Montez at midday every Wednesday. Every Wednesday. A little late to do presenting the show today. We had to take care of some business, but hey, we're here. That's what we all got to do. We got to take care of some business. For the video portion, people, old friend wants to say hello. Willie McGee right there. The Willie McGee bobblehead. There you go. Shake it, Willie. There it is right there. Should already let you know how I feel about some things right now if we're trying to get something off our chest. But other than that, there's several ways. But don't forget to visit the website, www.dremontez.com. Special shout out to my mom, Yvonne. Today is my mother's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. Happy birthday from your son to you. I wish you was sitting right next to me so I could hug you too. Happy birthday, Mom. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Yeah, man. Yeah. My mom and dad at that age that we do some things and I get more pleasure out of it now than I would have if I was in my 20s or in my teens. Now it's a joy and a pleasure. It's much more appreciated, I believe, on both sides. I think on both sides. But the weather is great on this Ash Wednesday here, and it's 80 degrees in St. Louis. And I'm your local meteorologist, Fred. I am not a meteorologist, even though I have stayed at a Holiday Inn Express before, but I am not a meteorologist. Well, if it's your first time listening to my podcast, I do appreciate it. I know I've met a few new listeners the past few weeks that have been checking me out on Spotify, as well as Anchor, SoundCloud, and iTunes. But wherever you listen to your favorite podcast that you can type in Dre Montez, either Who's to Blame, just use the number 2. It's right here spelled out for you. Booyah, that is right there. You can Google it or giggle it that way. There it is, right there. Yeah, it's been pretty cool meeting some people and getting to hear their side of why they into sports or entertainment and what they do, where they live, what brings you to this event. Did you get Mardi Gras? I know a lot of people got Mardi Gras last week. That means Mardi Gras tore your ass up. It's still some people missing from home and work from partying. Yeah, it's a couple of women missing, a couple of dudes missing. I'm not talking about like in trouble, like murder or anything, or in jail, but I think they found some ass out there and afraid to let it go. You know how you youngsters are. Y'all don't believe in one night stands. Y'all move in the next day. You taking the kids to school the next day. Slow it down. Who's to blame? Episode 477. In today's segment, we're going to talk about the who and the why. That's so vast. It's so wide. It's so many things you can connect with that little pure statement right there. But just even on everyday activity, your upbringing, the sports and entertainment world. You look at the NBA, you look at the NFL, you look at Major League Baseball right now, the Olympics, what's going on in international soccer play. There's a who and a why all over the place. We're going to forget the how and the what, but I just want to cover the basics of this because I think it all starts at a very young age. And I think now through documentaries and parents and grandparents being really honest with their family members, people are saying, it doesn't have to be done that way. It was done this way because at that time, this was all provided. That's all they offered. As you move forward with time and technology, other avenues open up. You saw people venturing off in that way. And now this is more than the information highway. This is an information galaxy. There's no telling how far it could go. And I think more and more people have been jumping on board by knowing this. It's just like when you're in school, when you're in elementary school, and you find out you got to learn how to write your name. You can print it. You can stay on the lines. You go outside of the lines. Now they want to talk to you. Why? But I'm still writing my names because the lines disappear as you get older. Now you got to write without lines. Well, don't make up your mind now. Make up your mind. Why is it done this way? Who said school had to be 12 years? What? I mean, who really said that? I think the first time I saw a kid, National News Media, Jet Magazine back in the day. Yeah, I read it. I just didn't look at the Jet Beauty and the Beauty of the Week, but I did. But back to the Nature Hand. I think it was 1982, 84, somewhere in there. There was a young kid, a sixth grader, that got moved all the way to ninth grade. Everybody said, oh my goodness, he should be. And then other kids in sixth grade and below that, were like, wow, it's a genius. Then you start seeing more and more of it. Young kids being admitted to high school. Very smart, very intelligent, very intuitive. Then you saw it again. Getting to college. Skipping grade school, skipping high school, going right to college. A 12-year-old graduated from college. A 12-year-old. 16-year-old's a doctor. But we are taught to write on that line, stay on the line, write your name. It takes 12 years to finish school. Then you get to the point of going to college. Then you're almost done with college. And someone who works at the college or who didn't finish college, who you met, who has a career, tells you this right here. I don't think college is that important to you in what you're trying to do. So wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Who said I had to go to college and why? Well, your parents tell you. Your educators along the way tell you because you need to get a better paying job by going to college. Who said that and why? Then we get to my all-time favorite of sports. Oh, you got to go to college if you want to play professional sports. Who said that? Why? You got to get an agent if you want to turn pro. Ooh. You got to go all 4 years if you want to turn pro. You got to go to a big name college that's well known if you want to turn pro. And my all-time favorite, you got to be on scholarship. In my 51 years of living, all of those have been proven to be wrong. Who's to blame? So I think that's why I'm going to use the 10-year-old. I think the 10-year-old and the 15-year-old, I think that's why they talk back so much. Yabby, 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 because they have found another route, an alternative way of learning, but the communication factor is missing on how to translate that to their guardian or parents who's ever taken care of a baby son of a bitch. And that's when the argument starts. That's why I hate you. That's get the fuck out of my house. That's why all that starts at, because of the who and why. Is it the right thing to do to tell your kid their name and to say their name as the tradition has shown us? Say your name, say mommy, say daddy. Is that the way to go? Or have they changed that by trying to introduce a new language, a better learning curve and educational system for the child as it grows up? Certain words and sounds a child should only hear. Has the parenting upbringing changed for you based on you following technology, educational resources, and your own upbringing? Have you changed or altered what you have done? Let's say you have a child right now, 5 years old, and you're in your 40s. You have a child that's 5 years old right now. Are you doing something different with this 5-year-old than what was done with you as you remembered it, as your parents were bringing you up? Just like in the world of sports when you're first being introduced to it. All these things you had to have on this piece of paper before you could play ball. Got to get this signed. Got to get this signed. Got to go to the physician. Got to get a checkup. Got to get checked out. You want to take my weight? I'm getting an actual health checkup to go play sports in school or for an extracurricular activity after school or in the summertime. I got to get this done. Back in the day, it was $25. I mean, it's 15. Then went 25. Then went 35. I think now for a child to play sports is damn near $4 million. I mean, but who in the why set these guidelines for this? And all of them have been tested and proven to be what, wrong, kids? It's not the way to do things. Look at the car seat. Look how the car seat changed. From your upbringing to sit your ass down and that seatbelt don't buckle, but sit back and hold that belt across your body. To got to put that baby in the back seat. Don't put the car seat in the front seat no more. Put the car seat in the back seat. If you put the car seat in the front seat, you got to rear face it. What? Now I got to get a certain make or model to fit my transportation vehicle for my child. What? Who or why? Well, we know why on that, on the child safety issue. We know that. We know all of that. But as we get older, they're still doing it. Now is what Major League Baseball is doing right now, from the league to the Players Association. I would love, you know how when you're going through a divorce for well, I've been married 4 times. And when you have kids and you're going through a divorce and you got the custody thing, you got all that, they have what's called a mediator. It's somebody that's in the middle, hear both parties, write stuff down, and figure out the best option for you. What happened to that in baseball? What happened to that in all the sports? In football, when they don't like something, what they do? They go out on the social media. They take off their uniform on the sideline. They say the craziest shit. They still driving, and they know they kick it. What? In baseball, they don't talk until they're done playing or damn near ready to die. They don't say nothing. They hold all that anger and frustration in. And the frustration right now is leaking out. If we talk to 4 in the morning, we going to have this shit worked out. 4 in the morning? Y'all drinking the wrong shit. That's the problem. Quit drinking. Put down the cognac. Put down the expensive vodka and the rum. Smoke that ganja and get this deal done, Major League Baseball, Major League Players Association. If you say it out loud, the who and the why of the minor league system in Major League Baseball, the fact, how much do the owners make? Anybody want to know how much the owners make in baseball? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. What's the other one? You want to tell the player how much they can make, but what if they're good? What if they're dominating the game? What if they're packing the seats wherever they go? Every place they go, it gets the people going, but you want to put a cap on that? You want to put a cap on my talent earning potential? Why? Who said who? We got to go back to the beginning of baseball and football to understand what happened in these rooms and these lodges and these ramifications and these proposals and the league mandate together. Because somebody messed up. Is it the wordage? Is it the verbiage is it the language? What something is missing in there. Somebody need to go really, really through what they're trying to say very meticulously and try to figure out what is actually being said and not said on both sides. Because when the NFL went through this, it got nasty. It got nasty. I mean, I don't think, well, you're seeing it more and more now. The tailgating in baseball has definitely improved. But baseball has itself in a very pivotal spot. As a baseball fan, thank you, Dad, it could possibly become irrelevant if this goes on a little bit too long. Because here's what's going to happen. To get full pay, you have to work 5 months. So if they don't get 5 months of player service, they don't get full pay. That's going to be an argument. Let's say they do come to a decision by this Thursday when they get back together. What about them? Gerald Laporte, I want my money. We're still talking about money. The games are too long. The pitchers are way too strong. You're putting in 95 pitchers in one game to win a ball game in 3 hours and 47 minutes. It's hot as fuck in there as a fan. You stop selling beer in the 7th inning, but we know why. Chicago White Sox fan can't control themselves. But all these things that need to be done to make the game better. I don't think Major League Baseball is the type of sports organization to really modify their rules without hurting the integrity of the game, according to the ghost in Cooperstown, New York. From Abner Doubleday on down. I think they're afraid of that. 1994 to now, big difference. It's a different era right now. You have fans with other interests. The internet is no way close to what it was in 1994. You have the possibility, Rob Manfred, of losing millions of baseball fans. We've already been talking about how to get the younger fans to buy into this. But now the who's and the whys have intervened with this horrible communication factor to the fans. I mean, just be honest with us. Across the board, across the fucking board, I want each sports division, tell us the fans, what y'all want from us. If I go to a Laker game, I'm not allowed to boo or complain without cussing you out at the home team town talent. We can't do that without getting into an argument with the player. That's my right. I'm not drunk. I'm not belligerent. I'm not cursing. All I'm saying is do better. Get back on defense. Put your hands up. Hey, you need to calm down over there. What? What do you want from the fan? The who and the why. We got to figure this out. There's too much money for this not to be discussed. We need a real open forum. I don't want an open forum when there's a racial attack at a sporting event no more. Fuck that. We need a forum right now. All systems a go for the fans to these sports leagues. Let me get off the chest. Now, I love all sports, but with the head scratching stage. I mean, what the Blackhawks pulled off, winning the Stanley Cup, how they manipulated, lied, gave a lousy $10 million. An NHL player raped another teammate. And no ownership has changed. Who's to blame for that? And why in the hell are they letting this happen? Okay. Not enough people stepped down that Chicago Blackhawks case. Not enough people. Not at all. Not enough people. The NBA with this play-in situation. The NBA is a player-friendly league. LeBron James, you are awarded with that title. Okay. If you want to hold on to it, you can, sir. You definitely can. But is it for the fans? Who is this for? All these different formats in sports, who is it for? Sure ain't for us. It sure isn't for us. Because if it was, we wouldn't be in the situation that we're in right now. Low attendance in baseball. Players doing what they want in the NBA. The NFL, the way they just say, hey, I ain't got to put you in the game. I ain't got to hire you because you're black. You're never going to be a head coach. Never. I don't care what you do. You won't be a head coach ever. We're not going to let you buy a black team. I mean, black owner. Black owner can never have an NFL team. No minority ownership will ever be done in the NFL. That's basically what they're trying to tell us. That's it. Baseball takes 10,000 years to make it to the show. But now they want you to pay to play in the minor leagues. The food is horrible. The living arrangements are killing the financial situation for these kids. Basically, you're trying to tell all athletes in whatever particular sport you play, don't have any kids until you make it to the show. Just sleep around until you make it to the professional level and getting paid, because you're not going to have the money for a family. You're not going to have it. You're never going to see them, ever, because I got to sleep in this closet over here. But that's basically what they're saying. Here it is, 2022. 2022. If you have a grandparent that is alive, have a conversation with them about the 4 major sports when they were 21 years old. How much did they get paid? What was the major conversation then? It sure wasn't about money. It was about exposure. How can we get more exposure for our teams and our players? And now it's like the movie Basketball. Exposure is through the roof. But Major League Baseball wants to tell you, shh, don't show people how good you are, because you're going to make too much money. We don't want you making that much money. What? That makes no sense at all. None. None at all. And I want to know who is to blame for that, Major League Baseball. If this thing goes past, let's say, April 15th, Houston, we have more than a problem. More than a problem. And I don't like the side smirk that Rob Manfred giving and shit. He's smiling like we're going to be on strike a long time, because I'm not approving none of this. And you guys not going to approve nothing. We're not moving. Don't look like you guys are moving. You and Tony Clark got to do something. Somebody got to come to an agreement. Like when the Padres was going through that horrible divorce, and everybody in the world got involved, and finally Major League Baseball said, fuck this, we're taking the team. We've heard threats in NFL. We've heard threats in baseball about teams moving and all this, but has anyone ever come and threatened the idea of another league to challenge the practice and policies of Major League Baseball? I'm not talking about a 162-game schedule. I'm not talking about 81 games. But has anyone ever presented the idea of what can be done with another possible league, an alternative league for Major League Baseball? They have it in football, they have it in soccer, golf has it, NASCAR has different levels. Could it be another level coming for baseball in the next 10 to 15 years, or possibly sooner? Who has the mindset, the money, the balls to challenge Major League Baseball? Hey, you guys keep going on strike, it seems. You got a little trend going on here. I have an idea. Boom. Let's put all this on the table. Boom. Because you can't, now you want to put the pitchers on the timer. We've limited the amount of relievers you can get. You want to put a robot behind the plate. Runners on second base if it's a tie to the 7th inning. Because I really think baseball games are going to stop being played for 9 innings. They're going to go back to the COVID year. Go to those rules and regulations. I'm not saying an 81-game season, but I can see baseball going to 7 innings. 7 innings. This DH situation. Come on home. Come on home, Al. Come on home. Come on home. You can move back in the old house. We got you. Come on home. But all these rules and regulations, who and why? Is it for the betterment of the game of all 4 sports? Of all sports as a whole? Is it doing the league good, the players good, or the fans? Who's getting the advantage? Who is sports really looking out for? That's what I want to know. I've said it 1,000 times. I think NASCAR is the only sport that's truly fucking for the fans. I really do believe that. Golf is getting a little better of it. You just better be quiet. Don't be talking to me in my backhand. Did you talk in his backswing? My bad. No talking in my backswing. But who's to blame for this? And if there are any young kids in the finance world, the MITs, the Yards, the Yales, the Harvards, the Washington schools, I mean, who's out there, the UConns? I mean, who's out there really diving deep in how to fix this shit? There has to be a way. You know why there has to be a way? Because who said all that in your upbringing? And why did they say it? You know, they tell you all the time, stop acting like a child. But if you are in the age bracket of 50, let's say 45 to 50, and people still call you a child, you acting like a damn child. This is the youngest we're ever going to be. And look at the things we did at 10 years old, washing dishes, doing chores, 12 years old, babysitting your little brother or sister, your cousins, 15, your summer job in the summertime. School started, you probably had 2 jobs, one during the week and one on weekends. You can't find a child with that type of mindset right now to do that. Hell no. Hell no. And then we look back when our parents were that same age, the job and responsibility they had. It's the mindset. We have changed the mindset. Who said that was okay and why? Has it helped? Has it helped? I'm going to keep being a child. I have a young mentality, and a whole lot of people do. Don't stop and don't take that the wrong way to a negative level when somebody says, you're acting like a child. You're damn right I am. Yeah, good for me. Good for me. I wore a damn sport coat and tie 6th through 8th grade on Saturdays to go to an enrichment junior achievement group. Show me somebody doing that now. Go. They gonna do it. They gonna do it. They droning on the phone. They ain't at the mall. They don't have a mall no more. They're not playing with their friends because they stay at home and play at a FaceTime. They're not outside. That's all I'm saying. Who said that was okay and why? But here we are. This is Who's to Blame, the podcast, and I'm your host, Dre Montez, and we're being brought to you by title sponsor, St. Louis Organics, located at 8088 Watson Road. Stop on by, say hello, say Dre told me to come on by here and get some treats. You know it. And in the Oklahoma City area, there you go, Soda Pro Painters right there, baby. There you go. There you go. Boys and girls, children of all ages, if you ever get a chance, I also do a live stream on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, Montez at midday. And that's on my Facebook page, Dre Montez, on our Twitter page, at W2B Dre Montez, and YouTube, Dre Montez. We also have a TikTok page, Dre Montez 63. It's 80 degrees in St. Louis. I am not lying. Today is patio weather. Barbecue. If you're looking for a patio and dog-friendly places, I have them for you. Please visit the website at www.dremontez.com. Hit sponsor, be a complete list of all the sponsors in Belleville, downtown St. Louis, North County, as well as South City. You got Rogers Place. You got Friendlies on Rogers Place. They have the dog-friendly, pet-friendly patio, as well as Tower Pub, located up on Morgan Ford. Peep the Airbnb upstairs. I'm going to tell you. The kids will get out of here. I'm going to see you rocking out and grooving. Shake your booty if you can. Just don't get fired and say, Dre told me to dance, because that's not true at all. And we peace. And out. Peace out, good people. Until next time. Deuces. Biggity boom, da 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 dooba dooba da da da.